Alright, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Jesse here and welcome back to another video. And on this video, I'm going to be doing another Impossible or Will It Upgrade to SSD series. Now, if you haven't seen the last series I did to another computer which I no longer have, it did upgrade to an SSD, but it was not detecting it mostly in the BIOS. Like the BIOS just would not recognize the drive, and it kept claiming it's a HDD drive. So this time I'm going to try it, the SSD drive on this HP Pavilion P6000 series. Now last time it had a breakdown because apparently there was a lot of dust behind the circuit board, which I did not realize. And that's what kept tripping the power supply when I was turning it on. So all that's been cleaned up. That side of the panel is complicated to remove. Like it doesn't have screws on it. I can't think what you call it. But this side is removable. But this side is not. And this panel's not even, for whatever reason, not in place all the way, which I'll fix that, hopefully. But anyways, yeah. I'm going to open up the computer on the side, and we'll see what happens. Well, this is crazy. I opened up the side panel, and there was dust right by the hard drive. Can you believe it? Yeah. That must have been from whatever was under the circuit board or whatever. Let me go throw this piece of dust away, and I'll get my camera set up on the tripod. So I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, got y'all all set up on the tripod. Now I have to apologize in advance if the camera's not straight. This tripod is pretty much worn out. Either that or it's the phone case worn out. I'm not sure. There's actually some more dust, and now you can't see it in that angle. It's right without pinching my fingers. See if I can. Well, that's not all of it. There's some more, I think. I should have just opened up this panel and blew it out with the air compressor, but I just didn't have the time. Alright, so I see the screws right there that I need to take apart with, which that's side mounted. It's hard to see, but maybe you could see it. There's one right there, right here, and one right there where my finger is. You can't see the other one very well. And I guess I'm going to have to take the RAM chips out and whatnot and plug a few cables. And that's just in typical HP fashion for you. Alright, let me see if I can clean up some more of this dust. I just didn't have the time to blow it out with the air compressor. Or, I'm sorry, the inside of it with the air compressor I meant. That's all that dust. Again, this computer was from our neighbor's abandoned trailer. They abandoned it because it was in poor condition. And yeah. Anyways, I'll be back in just a moment, and I'll see if I can get the RAM chip. I had to eject the RAM chip. I can't even speak. RAM chips, and unplug this. What is that? This cable right here, the P15 or whatever. I guess the power supply cable or whatever. And I'll be back. Alright, well I can already say things have already begun to be chippy. So I got the two HDD screws out of there, and one fell in between that metal there. HP. You know, their products have been really frustrating me the past couple years. Lost my very first laptop I had because hard drive went bad multiple times. I didn't know how to change it, or I didn't know how to order one and replace it at the time. I got one of the screws out, but the other, buried somewhere down there. And now I'm also having another issue. I took these two screws out, which are over there, and now, did they really just install it to where no one will steal the hard drive out of it, because this is what it feels like. Will the hard drive be able to slide out? That's a good question. Nope, I don't think so, because it's mounted. The other side is mounted, I believe. Yeah, this side's, I think there's screws on the other side. And I'm still trying to figure out how you take this out, this bar. I thought it says, you see the picture right here, where it says to bend something in half and then slide out, but I don't know what it means by that. But I really don't want to break it. HP, why? Why? It's hard. Oh, it actually, I don't know if you can see the hard drive date. It says October 2010. So I guess this computer was made probably around 2010 or 2009 or whatever. I don't know. Man. Oh, wait. I think I figured it out. I figured it out, I think. I think this has to... I think I figured it out, y'all. Let's see here. Whoop. Careful. Okay. That's no good. Don't damage the circuit board. Now, this should just pop out, I think. It says the 1 right here. I don't know if it pops out or just... Oh, it's already cracked now, I think. I don't know if it's supposed to push down or what. Maybe it pushes down and then... Hold up. Let me figure that out. Bingo. So, just moments off camera. Got the thing out. How about that? And some more dust. Sure. Yeah. Now here comes the fun part. Well, if I would have known how to do this, I could have just cleaned that dust right in that area if I would have pulled this whole hard drive mounting case out. I mean, I do like the way how they set it up. I mean, I didn't even see the 1 to begin with. I was wondering what the heck it was talking about. But now I'm going to have to fix this because I bent it. I'm going to have to fix that kind now because it's not going back straight. Yeah, look at that. It's a... Let me just grab that kind. Yeah, some more dust. And I could probably clean this with a Q-tip real quick. Alright, so I got the mounting bracket, whatever you want to call this thing, out. I just wasn't the reason why I had trouble getting it out is because, like I said, I didn't see that eject button right there that says 1 on it. Alright, so I'll be back in just a minute. Alright everybody, several hours later, I'm back. And as you can see, the processor fan has been cleaned. Still not 100% clean, but it's clean good enough. Also cleaned the rest of the fans with Q-tips. This fan's not even that dirty, unlike the power supply fan and the processor fan. Well, here's the plan. I was going to mount this to this, but I figured since it kind of fit up here, which it does, unfortunately the other screw, you can see it's not in place, but I will have to do. So, I cleaned up everything I could. I even cleaned the metal bar, whatever you want to call it. Let's hope everything all works just fine. I got everything all set and ready to go. And I was not able to find the screw that for one of the sides, not this side. Or actually, I did put it on this side. I could not find the screw that got buried up in there, and I didn't hear it rattling around anymore. So I said, forget it. I'll just improvise with another screw. But it was a pain to put this SSD drive in. I doubt it's going to work anyway because it's just not reliable for operating systems for whatever reason. Anyways, well, I have to leave in a couple hours. I still have to eat lunch because I have not ate lunch yet. I've been busy working on this computer. So if I don't get a startup of it later tonight, then I'll have to be tomorrow. So, yeah. Alright, everybody, it's 2 days later after making that last video. And I'm sorry that I didn't make a video yesterday. I was busy watching college football games. Just want to update on what happened. I have not powered this computer on yet, but I did clean the fans. So what I did was I took some, I don't know if I explained this, but I took some damp Q-tips and just cleaned the fans. The processor fan was actually the dirtiest of them all for whatever reason. You know, that way the guy cleaned them, that way it won't be running hotter than Leslow's dies, and those fans won't be running dirtier than the Cardi B music video. Yeah, okay, I'm joking about that, but you get the point. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually... Here, let me shut the flash off for a minute. I'm copying the music. Whoa, hello. It's because I got the keyboard brightness turned down all the way. That's why you see it flickering, but I have the... Oh yeah, see, it stops flickering when I have the flash on. But I have all the music. I'm actually copying whatever's on this SD card to my desktop. As you can see, I got a lot of songs. So that way I can put the Windows 10 installation tool on here. But the problem is, being that I have the SSD drive and I had to put Windows 7 on here first, because apparently when you try to launch the Windows 10 setup from the BIOS, it does not work for whatever reason anymore. So if you are upgrading this, so if you get a new hard drive or SSD drive, I'd recommend putting Windows 7 on it for now, and then upgrade it to Windows 10 afterwards when you get it all, you know, activated and whatnot. Again, I've not tried it. I'm pretty sure this might be the same result as for the other computer. The BIOS mostly will not recognize it if I had to take a guess at it. But for right now, I'm going to have to wait a little while for this to finish copying to the desktop. It's just temporarily until I get done with the Windows 10 setup, and I can delete the files off of it and move the files move all my music back to it. Anyways, I'm going to take a break from recording for now, and I will be back in just a little while, hopefully. Alright everybody, about a half hour later, I'm back. The Windows 10 installation tool is all set up and ready. I have my laptop closed. Apparently I have to unplug it when I'm not using it because this laptop has been having some battery issues recently. It's like when I'm playing a game, the battery is halfway and it just shuts off on me. So, and the battery claims it's not even bad, so I don't understand that, but it is what it is. But we're pretty much all set up and ready to go. I gotta get the Windows 7 installation tool, or I'm sorry, the Windows 7 DVD ready. Because, yeah, apparently you can't launch the Windows 10 setup from the OS. And I don't even know if this computer's even gonna run after I clean it up. I hope I don't have the fans reversed. I don't think I do, but let me, I think I've already hooked the VGA cable. Now this computer does not have an add-in graphics card like the other computer does. I'm hoping to get an add-in graphics card soon. So let me hook the mouse up to here. I probably should clean these USB ports. In fact, let me see if I can actually do that. Hold on. Alright everyone, I'm back. Apologize for that. It did no change when I try to clean it with a Q-tip, and I don't want a chance on messing it up. But at least the front USB ports work. That's if I hooked everything back up to the circuit board properly, which I'm pretty sure I did. Also need to connect the this thing. I gotta hook the 9 Plus Wi-Fi card, which I think it's in association Realtek or whatever. Let me hook it up down here real quick if I can. That HDMI cable's in the way. I don't really need that kind anymore because for now, because I don't have I don't have that other computer that had to add a graphics card. But just an update, my nephew says it is working just fine. Well, for crying in the mud, I got stuff falling down from the... Yep, sure. You know what, I'll just leave that HDMI cable there. It'll be fine. We'll just pretend we didn't see that. Alright, here's the Q-tip. I'll try to clean it, the USB ports with, but it's pretty much useless. I'm going to connect the USB adapter up later for the SD card. I'm going to hook that up later. No big deal. Because we got to install the Windows 7 anyway. Alright, now all that's left to do is connect power to it. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to pull this computer out a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Because it won't reach for whatever reason. Alright. I didn't hear no spark or anything. Somehow. Green light is lit. So it is getting power. It's on PC. Mouse and keyboard on. See what happens. Got power. Now let's see if the BIOS will... Oh wow, maybe it does recognize the SSD drive. Hopefully so. Let's check the fans here. That one's working. And that one's working. So I did put the fans right. It's not blowing air in, it's supposed to blow air out. So I did clean them. Like I said, that processor fan is very dirty. It says operating system not found, but I don't know if it detected the SSD. I think F2 is the it will enter setup. Let's see if it actually detected. Yep, it sure did. Look at that. It detected the SSD drive, so that's good. Wait a minute, let's see. Port configuration, smart support. I don't know if this supports smart or not. Smart status is okay. Okay then. So it does support smart. 500 gig. I guess it's not claiming it's an HDD. Alright, now let's see, we gotta open up this CD DVD drive. Now I gotta get out the Windows 7 installation tool because apparently, but I'll just show you real quick that it does not load. I showed it on the last will impossible or will it upgrade to SSD video. And apparently I gotta move the USB ports. Hold on a minute. Move that over here and put that right here. But I'll just show you real quick that it doesn't work. So we'll just exit setup because we don't need. Okay, it closed the DVD CD drive for whatever reason. I don't know what hot key it's. I couldn't read fast enough. Oh yeah, so see, as you see, it did try to boot from the Windows 10, but this is all you get is a blinking cursor. So you have to basically put a Windows 7 installation tool. Once it hold on. So you do Control-Alt-Delete. No, that wasn't the right button. My bad. Yeah, that's what it tried. It just won't load from the. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be. I did leave the HDD drive in there for those who don't know. I was gonna mount it to that bracket, but apparently it's not gonna fit. It's Now, which hotkey is it? I can't read. It's hard to read it too fast. I just don't know which hotkey it is. But let's eject this, and it should boot from it automatically, but we'll see. Yep, I hear the CD drive setting up, speeding up, so that's good. Windows boot. Oh, it might be doing this. I'm not sure why that's all about, but okay. That never happened to that other computer, but we'll just enter that. So far, it seems to detect the SSD drive, unlike the other computer that was, the BIOS just would not recognize it. Probably, I'm guessing because that computer was not new enough to support that kind. But this would be a massive upgrade, even though it may not have the recovery partition. But hey, you don't need those, right? Yeah, well, alright, so we'll begin the setup. Now, I don't have my tripods out right now like I did a couple days ago. Now, I might have to do the same like I did last time because it's going to claim that the Windows 7 product key is not valid or whatever. I'm actually going to do some of this stuff off camera because I got to figure out what the product key is, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so it shows two partitions, as you can see. I guess the OEM is a system reserved or whatever. I'm not sure what that stands for, but I'll look that up later. We'll just do disk 0 partition 1, which is the system. I guess we'll install it on the system because it already created another partition for whatever reason. It's kind of weird, but okay, I guess we'll put it on that one because why not? Now, I am probably going to use the product key from this computer because it has it on the side, so I just saved it to my notes on my phone. And this is probably going to take some time, but it shouldn't take too long, being that it's an SSD drive. That's not properly mounted, but there's really nothing I can do about it. It's only mounted from the front of the drive and not the back of the drive. I mean, I just have nowhere else to mount it unless I bought like a mounting kit or whatever, a mounting bracket, whatever you want to call it, which I don't think I'm gonna do. So, but it's at least it's not having that issue where it's not recognizing the SSD drive, which I'm very happy about. So this might work just fine on here. But I'll keep the HDD drive in there just in case something bad happens to it, which I doubt it will. I just probably won't have the recovery partition and whatnot, being that it's not the original hard drive. And this is still at 0% for whatever reason, and I'm not sure why. It did say a system type, so I don't know, maybe I should have made a partition, but I just put it on that, because why not? It says the hard drive light. The drive light's solid lit. But I don't know. I guess I'll be back later on when something happens. Alright everyone, it just restarted moments ago. And it's wanted me to type in a username. We'll just do, usually you want to do default, but I'll just do, and then I gotta rename the PC because I don't know if HP Pavilion, wait, what was that? I don't know. Nope, it won't fit, so I'm gonna have to I guess, and then it ain't gonna fit. Alright, let me think of what to come up with a name. Hold on. Alright, so I just entered the product key. We're gonna do use recommended settings because it doesn't matter, because Windows updates usually doesn't work on here anyway. It's kind of complicated to install updates. We'll do next. Finalizing your settings. And just like that, we are on Windows 7. Pairing desktop, which shouldn't take too long. Like I said, this is on a SSD drive, not HDD. And the graphics card is a little not installed, as you can see. I have to manually install it. But I'm going to take a break right now. I'm going to go have me some lunch, and I'll come back and hopefully install some drivers. Alright everybody, I'm back about an hour and change later. So I'm going to probably have to cut things short today because there's lightning and thunder in the areas, but we'll try to get this finished up soon enough. So we're going to take out Tocadiscos, or however JK18 calls it. We got to put in the driver installations, DVD, CD, whatever, because we're going to install some drivers. Yeah, we got to do that kind. Well, yeah, I really do need to. I probably need to reorder another driver DVD soon, because this is kind of getting scratched up, and I had to put it in a different sleeve, because the other sleeve that came with it was torn. And yeah, thankfully I got some spare CD DVD sleeves. All right, we'll put in the drivers. Again, there's really nothing you can do on Windows, 7. And I don't think it's recognizing the DVD. I might have to clean it some more, because that's what it did last time. Yeah, having some issues. Hold on. That's weird. I don't know. That's kind of odd how it's not recognizing it. I probably need to get a new driver DVD soon, because this one's pretty much scratched up. And these drivers are from 2018, 2019, so try it again. Take two. And same result. Huh, that's very odd. I guess maybe I need to restart the computer. This is kind of... Well, the sleep is not shown, is not highlighted. That's because the graphics driver is not installed yet. Oh, you saw how quick that restarted, huh? I'm going to try to reboot it and see if it will... Because it's not, the DVD just is not recognizing it for whatever reason. Well, my goodness. Again, it's not doing that fade in animation and whatnot because it hasn't... The graphics driver is not installed yet, and it still will not... Very, very odd. 7 gig of RAM because, yeah, apparently one of the RAM chips out of the 4 is a 1 gig. Alright, let me see what I can do here. Apparently it's not detecting the disk for whatever reason. We'll eject Tuckle Discos again. Ooh, I could probably see why. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of scratched on the left side. Let me see if I can clean it up some, and I'll try it again. Alright, there we go. Finally got it. I had to clean the disk a little bit because it wasn't detecting it, but I got it. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to get another driver installation DVD. Because this one's pretty much scratched. Oh yeah, definitely got some drivers we got to install. So we'll do select all. System restore point is enabled, thankfully. And yeah. Alright, so let's install all this. And that way when the wireless network card, the top one is the Ethernet. Then you got the graphics card, the wireless LAN card. It says, I think it's 19 plus, like I said, but it's pretty much in association with Realtek. And you got the chipset, AMD S-Bus and whatnot, and the Logitech is all the keyboard and mouse and the audio driver. Alright, shut it, Action Center. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll let this do its thing, and I will be back in a little while when it's done. Alright, everyone, I'm back. Well, it looks like oh, that part. I'm going to install that. For whatever reason, as I was saying there, this is failing to install. I don't know why. Because I pressed install, and it didn't do nothing. I'll try it again. Let's see what happens. Create another restore point. Because why not? Because it popped up saying for me to install or don't install. I guess because I got late on pressing. Voice correct there, sorry. When I got late on, I guess because I got late on pressing install, that might have caused it to fail. Let's see. Or it might be because I'm not connected to the internet yet. Yep, still failing. Great. Oh boy, oh boy. We'll just install those. Those are probably not really necessary to install the 5 things at the bottom, but I'm gonna install them anyway. That's just what happens if I This is very odd, mate. Let's try it one more time. And if this still fails, I don't know. And I might have to connect the internet and try it to install it. Which that would mean I need to put Firefox on here or something. Okay, we should install. Yes, no, maybe so. Nope. Oh, goodness. If I have to download this driver manually, I'm not going to be happy. So let's just pause there. We'll take a break. We'll come back to that. Like, my voice is cracking so much. Let me, now this Wi-Fi adapter does support 5G. So I'm actually going to connect to the internet here because I probably need to activate Windows anyways. So unless it activated, or unless if it claims it's not the right product key, which I very well wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't. Configuring to the network, applying settings. Home group, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to press next. Not that I'll really care for it. Alright, so we got some. We can turn off that, turn off that. Thank you very much. Go to the control panel, set the category to large icons, please. Systems, Windows activated. No, it is not. Oh, please. It is not invalid. I entered the right product key. Alright, let me just do the automated phone system. I will come right back. Alright, now that I got Windows 7 activated, and that was a pain. Like, when you calling from a mobile device and they send you the text via link, it gets bugged out and you have to like call again and call again. It's like, let me think how to explain it. It's like when you're trying to enter the numbers or whatever, it doesn't let you go to the next section or whatever because it gets a little bugged out and you have to like keep trying. And once you, like, if you refresh the page too much, and it's going to say expired link, so you basically had to recall the number multiple times. But it's activated after all that drama. But I'm still having some issues with the graphics driver not installing right, which this is not good at all. I'm going to restart the computer again. Hopefully, maybe I can try to work something out. Because this graphics driver, for whatever reason, isn't working right. And again, it's not doing that fade in animation, nor is the sleep option showing up because, again, the graphics driver is failing to install. But this SSD drive is working reliable. I'm very surprised that the BIOS detects it and not unrecognizes it. Unlike the other computer. So let's try this again. Maybe it will... Could be because it's not signed for whatever reason. It's probably still going to fail. Then we're going to have to come up with plan B, apparently. Or maybe I can try to install it from Device Manager. If this fails. Which it shouldn't fail. I mean, I could grab the add-in graphics card out of my... Oh, yep, still failing. And if I try to do a random one down here, it's going to be same result. Here's the error code right there. It says XP, so I'm wondering if maybe that's Windows for Windows XP. Yep, it's still. Alright, let's go to Device Mangler. I know it's Device Manager, I just, And probably not going to do any good, but we'll try it anyway. This takes... Well, no wonder. Driver select for this device does not support this version of Windows. Well, no wonder. Great. Well, let's just hope for the best. Let's just hope it installs on Windows 10. Because, yeah. Eject Tocadiscos for now. And we'll pop in the Windows 10 installation tool. Because the graphics driver is failing to install. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why. But we're just going to go with it. The partition is actually, the drive letter is actually I. That's kind of weird. But yeah, maybe when we upgrade it to Windows 10, hopefully the graphics driver will work. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go online after all and try to hunt for one. Look for one, you know what I mean. So we will install this now. Alright, I'll come back in a little bit. Alright everybody, I'm back. I pressed next, I was checking for updates, now I was getting a few things ready. Again, I'm having some issues installing a graphics driver. It claims it's for Windows XP. We're going to accept that because we don't need to read that terms and conditions. We already know what it's about. Nobody reads those things anyway. So making sure you're ready to install. Hopefully the graphics driver will install Windows 10. If not, then I don't know. But I saw the letters XP, so I'm guessing maybe, I don't know, because it worked just fine on the HDD drive. Why not this SSD drive? I probably am going to have to get a add-in graphics card after all for this computer, if this onboard graphics does not work for whatever reason. So I'll probably have to order that in the future. Maybe order a 2 gig RAM stick. Even though they do recommend all the RAM sticks to be the same frequency and the same capacity, whatever. There's 3 2 gig. Yes, 3 2 gig RAM chips and 1 gig. But okay, there you go. It's checking for updates once again for whatever reason. It's not going to prompt me about the product key because I did activate it. Even though it claims it's not the right product key, it clearly is. I typed it in right for this computer. Windows 7 Home Premium is what it said. Alright, well I'm going to stop recording here so I can save battery on my phone. I'll be back hopefully when this is all done. Okay, it's ready to install, but we're going to change what to keep. We're not going to keep anything. Nothing. We're going to do next. Make sure you're ready to install. We're not going to keep any files whatsoever. And if I have to reinstall the drivers, then I'll have to reinstall the drivers. So, yeah. Alright, so let me get back on my laptop for just a minute, open up OneDrive to make sure everything's all backed up, so that way it will wait. You know, I shouldn't have done that, because now I probably should not have done that. Now, you know what, let me just exit that, because now it's going to want to, there are 2 sync issues. Uh-oh, what happened? Let's actually just delete. Let's actually just quit, because it's going to try to back up that right there, and I don't want it doing that. I should not have opened up OneDrive. That was my fault. Because now it's going to try to back up the files from the SD card. I'm actually going to reboot the computer so that way. I don't know what I'm thinking there. I'm sorry, everyone. Alright, let me stop recording to save battery again. I'll be back when it's all done. Well, this was clearly my fault, because now you got the icon there. Even though I don't have OneDrive set to open when I start the computer, it's got that icon. So now it's going to try to back up, and it won't let me delete it from my desktop. And I had some weird error message saying it could not, the name, for whatever reason, Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme was not allowed. I do not understand that part, but we're going to do the right thing and pretend we didn't see that. And this is probably going to back all these icons are probably going to show up when Windows 10 is installed, and I put my Microsoft account on it and whatnot, so you'll probably see most of this on here later. A good thing I closed OneDrive right away, otherwise it would have tried to back up all my music, and there's a lot of, it's got a lot of gigs on there that would run my OneDrive storage full. Don't want to have to do that kind, really. And no, I'm not paying any extra money just to have more storage. That's completely ridiculous. Just like on your Google account, how you only get 15 gigs free storage, but you got to pay so per month to have more, which is ridiculous. So yeah. Alright, this is going to take a little while to install. It's installing right now. I still don't understand why that file name was not allowed on OneDrive. It's just a theme song from a wrestler. Stone Cold, that is. Anyways, yeah. I'll be back later. Alright, I'm back recording after that voice clip. Apparently I'm having some issues after installing it for whatever reason. Even though I installed Windows 10, you'll probably see the screenshot of what happened. That was moments after my shower, and I come back to my room. It's still booting off the SD card. It should be booting off the SSD drive now that I installed it. So I'm wondering what happens maybe if I press no, F10. Okay, I got it off in time, but I'm going to disconnect the SD card momentarily and see what happens, because somehow it's booting off of that for whatever reason. There it goes. Because it kept, even though I installed Windows 10 on it, it was still trying to boot off of this. Hope I don't have to hook it back up again. Starting services. Getting devices ready. I tell you what, everyone, the fans are still running at the same RPM as they were when I first turned the computer on after cleaning those fans up. I would have done a processor change, because the processor, like in between the metal bars or whatever, the coil, whatever, was very dirty. And I tried to clean it the best I could, but it is what it is. Anyways, it says getting ready. I don't think the graphics driver still is not installing properly, so I'm going to probably have to do some research and see what the heck is going on with that. Because all the drivers installed except for the graphics, which is failing to install. I don't know why. Anyways, it says getting ready. And yeah. Alright, I'll be back later when something happens. Alright, it's asking what region we're in. We'll press United States. It's not doing that voiceover thing or whatever like it normally does. I don't understand why, but okay. Connect network to 5G, of course. Just a minute as I add. Now, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I did. I don't know if I mentioned it in the voice clip or not, but just in case if I forget, I did, after before I installed Windows 10, I did format the hard drive, or I'm sorry, not the hard drive, the SSD drive, even though it probably wasn't necessarily to format it, but I did it anyway, because why not? It's not doing that Cortana voiceover thing. I don't know, maybe it's because the graphics isn't installed or what. Please do not turn off your device. I already connected to network. Okay, we got through this part of setup. That's good. Anyways, add my Microsoft account. Yeah, let me stop recording here and I'll finish this off video because I think my battery's running a little low and I'm trying to save battery as much as I can. Alright, just prior to signing into my Microsoft account, the screen blacked out for just a moment, and now it looks like it had installed the graphics driver. Now, it was asking the terms and conditions of agreements. Now, let's customize your experience. No, thank you. No, we don't want to use the Android for this PC. I have it set linked to my Microsoft account in OneDrive. I really do not want this all on. And, no, we don't want the... No, decline. Don't want no Office. No thanks. With the extracurricular activity, let it, Cortana. Not now. And just like that, you see it's in full screen now because the graphics driver has installed. I don't know why it just failed to install on Windows 7. That really made no sense, but looks like it. As you can see, it's installed on this. On Windows 10. But it shouldn't take too long, being that it's the SSD drive. I'm very surprised the BIOS recognized it because it was a pain to make it recognize on the other computer. So I guess the graphics driver did install automatically prior to connecting to the internet and me signing into my Microsoft account, which that's good news. So yeah. Alright, well, I'll be back when this completes. Alright, and just like that, we are on Windows 10. This letter is showing up here. We can actually right click that, news and interests. We'll turn that off. There is one thing I just realized I forgot to do before I upgraded this to Windows 10 was to refresh the Windows Experience Index, but that really doesn't matter because the graphics driver failed to install, so it really does not matter whatsoever. OneDrive is updating and it closed for whatever reason, but okay. Yeah, it looks like everything's working fine so far, but we got to do a lot of updating, and I mean a lot. Such as the Microsoft Store's outdated, but I will get up to date soon enough. My OneDrive is probably gonna. Next thing you know, you're probably gonna see a bunch of background icons and stuff, which will probably show up here. Hopefully. Yep, there it goes, right there. And thankfully, it looks like it did not copy the folder. It didn't have the folder of my files from SD card, which that's a good sign because I didn't want all that backing up. But none of these icons really matter. It's just, it is what it is. I can't really help that. It does lag a little bit, as you can see, but that's just because I don't have an add-in graphics card right now. There's really nothing I can do about it. We can turn these, the live titles off, because that's another reason why it lags. All these unwanted apps you don't really need. Get on out of here, Skype. And there's going to be a bunch of unwanted crap that you don't really need, but we will uninstall most of that stuff later on. Oh, yep, see, we got stuff refreshing. OneDrive says it's up to date. I think we can just close that out, because it's not even syncing anyway. We do Control-Alt-Delete and then go to Task Manager, so that way, if I go to More Details and Startup, we can disable the OneDrive. And I can already tell we need to put back in the driver installation because there's something I'm not liking what I'm seeing. So let me zoom out here. Put back in Tocadiscos, because I want more optimal drivers. And we got to install some other programs such as Firefox. Even though it has the icons on the desktop, they're all missing icons. Because there's some of the stuff, or the stuff that got synced with it is on my laptop and not this computer. I hope I don't have to clean this disk again. Okay, good. Because I've already cleaned the mess out of it once, or twice, because it would not read it. So let's just do the right thing. Go over here. Even though I probably should update Windows first, but oh well. Let's just make sure everything's all good here. Yep, I called it. There you go. And for whatever reason, I gotta enable system restore because that's off for whatever reason. Let me do that real quick. Hold on. We'll go to system. I got the camera pointed down in case, yeah. Here's the specs, by the way, for those who are wondering. Why did the desktop name get changed? I have no idea. It automatically did that, but I'll fix that soon enough. Great. Windows 10 Home. We'll go to Advanced System Settings. What is it? System Protection. Configure. On, and we'll do Max, even though it's not really mattered. We're going to rename the PC because for whatever reason it got renamed to that for no reason. So, yeah. I'll just name it H. Because I don't think... Oh, look at this. Now it fits. But it might be too long. We'll see. HP Pavilion P6000. All in one word, because, yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is it really gonna... You gotta be kidding me. It actually fits. Alright, well, we'll restart it, because why not? And then after it restarts, we will update drivers. Because I did format the... I formatted the SSD drive, so it's probably going to need drivers anyway. And somehow... Oh, it's because I have the driver installations DVD in it, so that's why I was taking a little... That's why there was a little delay there. So, yeah. Let's restart it. Should be coming up here shortly. There we are. Let me enter my PIN real quick. Oh, I don't want my last name exposed. So I'll wait for that to clear out. There we are. The meat now, we can just hide that. I know I'm doing everything too fast to where y'all don't see it. Command prompt, that does that whenever you restart. Or does that whenever you turn on the computer for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. A couple command prompts pop up and then disappear. Now we will. I don't have speakers hooked up, by the way, but I'm pretty sure y'all know the audio works just fine. Anyways, let's get to updating the drivers. So, yeah. Oh, I clicked install. There we go. Apparently I moved it while clicking. Alright, this is going to create a restore point. And so nothing crashes. Now, the reason why you want to get the more optimal drivers, such as the audio and the network, is because, well, you don't have the Realtek audio manager. You don't have that kind on control panel, which I'll show proof if I go to CON. If I type CON down there, click control panel, set the category to large icons. You see it does not, there is no Realtek audio manager, HD audio manager. But there will be if you update the audio driver to a more optimal driver. Updating the now it's updating the Ethernet, whatever you call it. This is going to be the mouse and keyboard that it's updating next. Shouldn't take that long, even though this DVD it has minor scratches on it. I'll have to work on getting me a replacement soon. And that's the alright, so that mouse and keyboard's all set and done. Now we're on the this is the audio driver. Well, there's actually two of them for whatever reason. So we're updating drivers first, then we'll update Windows, Microsoft Store, etc. And that should be all said and done. Well, I mean, I probably could use that hard drive as external, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to chance on that. Using it for something else. In case this SSD drive goes bad, which it shouldn't. I mean, why would it go bad? You know what I'm saying? Time and date's correct. I just wanted to check that real quick. I mean, it would have synced it anyway while it's connected to the internet. Audio drivers installed. Now, the audio manager may not come up until you restart the computer again, which that's not a big deal. Or usually it'll say system restart required. It probably won't this time. If it goes yellow, then that's what it means. Okay, nope, not apparently not this time. That's installing. So it's going to disconnect it. The internet's going to disconnect for a moment until it. Now another reason why I went to put the optimal drive, because I think the internet connection kept dropping. Or I think it might have been dropping because I had a setting. Might have been something to do with the QoS, quality of service, turned on our Netgear router, which it claims that it improves video streaming and gaming, but don't enable QoS service on your Netgear router, because I think that's the reason why the internet kept dropping out in the first place. Even though it claims to improve video and video streaming and gaming streaming, whatever. Just don't enable QoS if your router supports that. And this stuff down here is optional. You really don't have to install it. I think this is part of it's probably because of my mouse and keyboard. That's just optional stuff you can install. And that's it. We can eject Tocadiscos once again, as JK18 calls it. Great guy, by the way. Make sure you check out his channel. And here's all the optional, the unwanted stuff you don't really need. I don't use Spotify. We used to have Disney Plus, but we canceled it, so we don't have Disney Plus anymore. I don't blame my mom for doing that, really. Prime Video, we do use. Maybe I'll keep that. I don't know what this is, but we'll delete that. Clipchamp. Soft Talk, as I call it, because they keep banning everybody that did nothing wrong. Instagram. Get rid of that. Messenger. I'll leave Prime Video for there, because they have the Thursday night football games on Prime Video for whatever reason. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and restart the computer once again, so that way I'll show y'all proof that the audio manager is going to be there, hopefully. And I mean hopefully, that is. But there's another test we need to do, and I haven't done yet. Shut it down, turn it back on to make sure the BIOS still recognizes the SSD drive. What was that? It kind of froze for a second, but okay. I don't know what that freeze was all about, but we'll pretend we didn't see that, of course. Alright, now that it's restarted, let's go to Control Panel. The audio manager should be there, and there it is. Now, I don't know if the enhancements are going to work. There was this weird glitch when you upgraded it. Like, say, there was this weird audio glitch where your audio enhancements would not work, and I didn't know how to fix that. Like, I had a Dell laptop that was running Windows 8. But if I updated it to 8.1, my Bluetooth would not work, and turns out I had to reinstall the driver, and that's what fixed it. Sadly, I no longer have that laptop. That laptop's long gone. But it is what it is. Anyways, I think we'll get Windows up to date, and I'll get some programs installed, and that's pretty much it. So, will it upgrade to SSD on this computer? Yes, it will. That's pretty much it, y'all. I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. Well, let's do one more test. Let's actually shut it down. Let's just do one more test before we wrap up this video. We're going to completely shut it down. Wow. That was a quick shutdown. And let's turn it back on and let's see what happens. Does the BIOS recognize it? You bet it does. I'll be. So, yeah, the SSD drive does work on this computer. The other computer I tried it on, I guess, like I said earlier, is probably not new enough to handle SSDs. Let's actually open up Disk Defragmenter. Let's see if it claims if it's a... Look at that. I'll be. So now this computer, it recognizes it as a SSD, unlike the other computer that it claims it was an HDD drive. This is, it knows it's a SSD drive because this computer is obviously new enough to support it. Let's actually optimize it. All it does is just retrim the drive. As you can see, it doesn't defragment it or anything. It's just, yeah. So all it does is just retrim it. Anyways, yeah. That's just one test I wanted to do real quick. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And like I said, will it upgrade? Or, I'm sorry, impossible, or will it upgrade? It will upgrade to SSD. Thanks so much for watching, and peace.